thank you for doing it. And now the tune is working because I actually have it plugged in. Magic. This next song is, I'm a real fan of fiddle waltzes, and when I'm on the road, a lot of times riding in the back of the van, and I do have a story about the van. I'm not going to mention which band it was, but I was out on the road last month, I believe it was in April, on tour with an amazing band that I love so much, and we had a Zoom interview overseas. There was a guy in Scotland who was doing an interview. We were just in the van. So we had been driving for, I don't know, some ridiculous amount of time, no sleep and pure caffeine and the adrenaline of blues music. And we were having this Zoom meeting, and the band leader was in the passenger seat, and I was sitting in the bench behind. And this van has, I think, at least 700,000 miles on it. Because we've been touring in this van for a really long time, and he takes really good care of it. He's got a great mechanic. And the guys, I'm the only girl in the band. I'm the only girl in a lot of situations that I'm in musically. But these guys are like brothers to me and very, cool, and they find me vegan food and oat milk lattes. So it's like, totally cool guys. And they do their best to clean up the van. They do a really good job of trying to move the crap, to one other side so I have a little space to sit in. So we're just doing this interview, and then in mid-sentence, I just see this roach crawling across the dashboard. Yeah, and like a teenager roach. It wasn't full-grown. It was just an adolescent roach looking for a better life, I suppose, than wherever it was before the van. And, I mentioned it after that. I did my best not to do the whole bug eye thing for no reason on this Zoom and scare the guy interviewing us in Scotland. Got through the interview and mentioned it to the band leader. Hey, I happened to notice that, there was a roach. I know you guys cleaned really well and everything. I just thought you should know that could be a problem. And apparently, he was like, "Oh man, well, I bombed the van a few times, and I thought I got them all." So this is the first I'm learning about the roach infested. I don't even know why this is not a segue into any story, other than I have an insane life. Like it's insane in the main brain with the most beautiful people. It was honestly that I'm honored to make music with and to bomb roaches with. So. This is a waltz I wrote on tour in the back of a van, a different rental that was roach-free, in the mountains of Colorado during the month of May. And I don't know if any of you have been to Colorado in the mountains or a mountainous place, but it's just like magic. I see you have, yeah. It's like the most incredible, the perfect poof clouds floating along and, riots of wildflowers along the road. It was absolutely gorgeous. And I listened when I'm in the van a lot of times to old time fiddle music because it's very relaxing. It's like just brings me back to something. And so often when I'm practicing or playing, little melodies come to me, and that's how this one came to me. I call it May Mountain Waltz, and I wrote it in the back of a roach-free van in Colorado years ago.